Hi guys, JB and Minot here, and these are my pickups for the month of September. Let's go ahead and start with the 3DS. I think this month has been one of the best months so far, quantitatively and quality-wise, for the 3DS. If they have more months like this, then the 3DS will finally catch up to the DS, and Nintendo won't go out of business because of it. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, my first game is Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams Collection. I've already got this one on PSP, but since it's got more tables on there, I figure I'll go ahead and get this one. Bit Trip Saga. These are a collection of games that were downloadable for the Wii, and I think for the DS too, I can't remember. But this is an excellent collection of games. This is proof positive. You don't need great graphics to make a game. It takes gameplay to make a great game. This is it's an awesome collection. I wouldn't say it's worth 39 bucks. I'd say it was more of a $29.99 title. But and some of them are just so hard to play and so complex. And they're all really hard games, but they're really fun to play and addictive. My favorite game so far for the 3DS, Star Fox 64 3D. This is basically a remake of the 64 game. I hope they come out with more original titles pretty soon, but this will do for now. It's excellent. It's probably going to be my favorite game so far. Well, it's one of my favorite 3DS games, but it might be in my number one. Frogger 3D. I like the old Frogger games. This one's got 60 levels. That's why I bought it. Haven't played it yet. And Puzzler Mind Gem 3D. This one I think was 29 bucks. It's from the guys who make the Puzzler games, like with all the Sudoku and the crosswords and all that. What I like about this is kind of like a brain training type thing, brain challenge. But this one I really like it because the game is hard. The games are hard. They're not easy. They're not a walkthrough. That's what I like about them. They're really tough to go through. The trouble is when you have to do them over again, the answers are kind of the same instead of changing the answers around. But other than that, if you like mind games like that, like Brain Challenge, it's a very challenging game. It's really fun. Okay, guys, that brings my 3DS collection up to 27 so far, and we'll see what more they release this year. They're really scrambling right now to release original stuff because of the 3DS's woes. But that's their fault. They brought that on themselves. They should have had better games at the launch. But if the next 4 or 5 months are like September, they'll do pretty well. Okay, now for my PSP games that I bought this month. Some of them were imported, some of them I bought used, so we'll go from there. Legend of Heroes 2, The Prophecy of the Moonlight Witch. The Legend of Heroes, Trails in the Sky. I normally don't buy the deluxe versions of games like this. I'm not really big into the soundtracks, but I bought this because I couldn't find it anywhere else in the regular edition. And it's the same for this one too. Shin Megami Tensei Persona 2 Innocent Sin. This one's got the soundtrack on it too. I bought this for 20 bucks. Tales of the World Radiant Mythology. I had to order this online from Amazon.com. Phantasy Star 2 or Phantasy Star Portable 2. I imported these next games from Amazon.com because they weren't here. So, Breath of Fire 3, and it's in English. From what I understand, it's an English version, or the European version anyway. And Cyanide Resurrection. They haven't, like I said, they won't sell this in the States, but they sold it overseas, so I bought it from Amazon.com. That brings my PSP collection up to 648, and I'm not sure I'll get up to 700 before the Vita comes out, which is good because I really want the Vita so bad, but I gotta wait till 2012, which is kind of ridiculous. But hopefully their launch is going to be better than the 3DS. Okay. Now, finally, for the DS games, and there's quite a few of them here. The first one is Soldato Robo, the Red Hunter. This is getting pretty good reviews. Some people say it's a little too easy, but I haven't played it yet. We'll see. But I don't mind a game that's too easy, as long as it's got some charm and some fun gameplay. Yeah, and that really doesn't bother me too much, because I'm kind of a wimp when it comes to video games. I always play the Daddy Please Don't Hurt Me mode of Doom. So, oh no, that's Wolfenstein. Anyway, I imported this from, looks like a kind of a Professor Layton type thing, only with Doctor Who. Doctor Who, Evacuation Earth. Imported that from Amazon.com. I like the new Doctor Who. The storylines are kind of confusing, but we'll see. Naruto Shippuden Ninja Council 4. I like the Ninja Council games for the DS and some for the Game Boy Advance as well. This looks just like a Professor Layton clone, but it's getting pretty. The 2 reviews I've seen on Metacritic.com giving it good reviews. Maze Mystery, Forbidden Memories. Like I said, it appears to be a Professor Layton clone, but I haven't played it yet. Now here's a unique game that's really weird and kind of hard to describe. And they said, IGN says it's the ugliest art cover ever, and I agree with them. It's called Freshly Picked Tingles Rosy Rupee Land, and it's got weird artwork. It's kind of a Zelda type. The Tingle's from Zelda. He's the fairy from Zelda, but in this game he looks like he's a 35-year-old man who's trying to become a fairy in Rupee Land. But anyway, your idea is to collect rupees, as many as you can, to try and get up into Rupee Heaven. And he does this through various adventures, Zelda-like adventures, and it's pretty good so far. I haven't gotten that far into it, but I'm going to try and get more into it. But the idea is to collect as many rupees as you can, and you have to pay rupees out for everything that you do. The problem is when you run out of rupees, your character dies. So, but he's kind of a creepy character. But I'm surprised they didn't release this in the U.S. It was a big hit in Japan, but the character's really creepy. But other than that, it's pretty fun so far. Pretty, really engaging. Okay, we got Naruto Path of the Ninja 1 and Naruto Path of the Ninja 2. I didn't know Naruto had some RPG games out. I like their RPG games and their action adventure games. I don't really care for their fighting games too much. But this is one of the best games on the DS out this year. And it's definitely the best Kirby game for the DS. It's called Kirby Mass Attack. And what you do is, through various adventures, you have to guide Kirby to... the story is he's divided up into 10 different Kirbys. And throughout the game, he's got to go and collect all the stuff he needs to fight the bad guys. But he needs a certain amount of Kirbys for each stage to get it done. And he needs so many Kirbys to fight different bad guys. You get up to 10 Kirbys at one time on the screen. And once you run out of Kirbys on the screen, you die. Okay, and you have to start the level all over again. Some enemies, they might take 1 Kirby. Some enemies might take all 10 Kirbys. Some enemies might just take 2 or 3 Kirbys to harm. Some puzzles, you need all 10 Kirbys. Some, you can't use all 10 Kirbys. But the music is really cool. The graphics are cool. The puzzles are engaging. And what I really liked about this one is there's actually a challenge to it. Most other Kirbys, they don't present much of a challenge to me for some reason. I don't know why, but I like this Kirby game. It's one of the best out there as far as I'm concerned. This game could have been a masterpiece, only they screwed it up. Emily the Strangelicious. It's kind of a Professor Layton type thing, but the thing is, the character is so sluggish, and you gotta backtrack so much just to use some of the equipment, and it just the graphics are really weird though, and the puzzles are pretty good. The puzzles are actually kind of hard, but you know what? Had they gotten rid of some of the flaws in the game, it would have been a really good game, really good cult game. Hoppy, I got this because it was a puzzle game, a cheat puzzle game. Haven't played it yet, but I will, because I love puzzle games. And Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 2. I haven't played Dragon Quest Monsters Joker 1 yet. I'm going to start playing it though sometime this year so I can get a perspective on how good this game might or might not be. Anyway, I like Dragon Quest. I like the Dragon Quest Rockets line, but anyway, enough on that. Okay, that's it for the month of September. Anyway, you guys have a good weekend, and thank you for watching, and pretty soon I'm going to come up with part 3 of my 50 favorite Nintendo DS games. I want to thank all those who watched, thank all my friends on OneUp.com and YouTube. You guys have a great weekend. God bless you. Bye-bye.